Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another VOD breakdown. Today we're going to be talking about Team Vitality versus Trace Esports, one of the lower seeds coming out of China here. I don't think a lot of people knew about this team. I'm not going to sit here and act like I knew that this was going to happen, an upset like this. But at the end of the day, I knew that they had some good players. You know, your first one that you can kind of like think of here is like Bianc. He was on the Billy roster, who ended up beating NRG last year in that double upset fashion. So main thing to talk about today is specifically like the Vitality, like the defense side they had. They were really struggling on defense. On Bind and Ascent, the two maps that they lost, I think they had 6 rounds of defense combined out of I think like 20 that they played. So less than 30% defense round conversion. Pretty weird to see. In the regular season, we've seen this team struggle with inconsistency. They kind of had like a really high peak, or just like a good tournament performance, basically, in the finals of EMEA to get here. So I had higher expectations for them right now. They're not necessarily eliminated just yet, but need to see something more than whatever on this team. I need people stepping up. I need people doing good. Trex had a really good series today. Safe, a little quieter than I wanted him to be, but at the end of the day, it's a group stage match. They're not eliminated yet by any means, and Trace also played really well. It's not like they accidentally won this game. They, beat them pretty bad, and there's good reason for it. They're a good team. So first things first here, the spread is the first thing I like to talk about. Pretty kind of like weird approach here where one team is doing a pretty standard mid fight and the other one's doing an instant B pop. Don't think this is like a tendency or anything. Maybe this is just a strat that they wanted to call and go with. They trust the B, post plant, whatever it is. What I really don't like is the investment here from Team Vitality. So Deagle online for the Sova with no shocks. Okay, Deagle online for the Jet, with no cloud burst or anything like that. Omen's got a good kit. Kicks is going fragment, no flash in an organized environment. Pretty interesting to see. I think if you're willing to buy the fragment, maybe you should be a person who's also buying double flash. It's not like he's involved in the mid fight, right? He's playing like the market position. I don't really think it's a good buy. I think he should be going full utility, specifically when we are full retake on 2 bomb sites. Okay, we are full retake. So getting in here, we better have a good plan, to get back into the bomb site. Let's see how it plays out. Knife online to shut down any rush. Killjoy's going to get solo pinged, which is really good. And everybody is going to walk up with Killjoy getting pinged. So notice how Vitality are not interested in B at all right now. Only Killjoy was pinged. Okay, this is a really good play from Trace coming out here, where A main is an option, mid is an option for them right now, and they're ready for them to go into that position. Pop's going to come through here with a flash. Pay attention to Heybei's kit here. Full utility. Okay, probably a pretty good idea on KO on either side that you're playing. Kicks isn't going to be able to get like a fragment down on good timing, so he's just going to save it for now. Door's going to get closed. Set utility's going to land. Post plant's going to form. So we don't have a big flank, which kind of shows me that we don't really have protocols for this strat. It looks like they kind of freeballed this retake, and to be honest, I think it's disgusting. It wasn't even a good attempt. They do establish a strong side, which is good. Weak side being spawn. Safe is going to break away for whatever reason and just, avoid conflict. Our only piece of utility is going to be expended right now in the Paranoia. It's going to hit no one. Fragment's going to be used B main. Nothing is being kind of like taken away from, Trace here. They didn't lose B main by any means, right? There's no forward players who are getting caught off by this utility and dying. So now they have a perfect, basically, setup where Vitality are just completely zoned to front site. They have a wrap if they want. They can have a re-wrap B main if they want. They have the B main player, and they have a nice little kind of triangle set up in the site here where they can play off of each other with shocks available, right? He did just spend his last flash there, but at the end of the day, it got him into the bomb site, so definitely good. Really nice dink there. Shock's going to go out lane. 5v4 to a 5v3. Time getting lower. No utility. No way to win the round. Safe, last guy alive, baiting everybody with his deagle. What is going on? Show me you have depth. So after converting an easy bonus, Vitality have a good read on this A main control coming out here. Safe is going to get a nice first blood on the TPing Omen, who gets stuck and can't get away now. So that's why he's going to push the pace there. Liu King is going to fall. Trace are now going to back up and get ready to pop on the Killjoy utility. I think specifically because the dart was just shot in B main, right? So when the dart is shot in B main, it double pings and doesn't get anything. Okay, he kind of has the opportunity to move to top mid, play over there and kind of like float. They're in the big advantage here, so they need to apply that, being that there are no smokes in play. That should evolve the positions. That should evolve the setup that we're in. We shouldn't play the round like we have info and it's like a 5v5, right? We shouldn't play the round like the Jet is dead. The Omen's dead, right? That is a huge opening, right? This is going to get really hard. So what are we going to do? How are we going to evolve? So we play a round totally normal. No special change, nothing like that. No one, hiding in backside. No one playing positions like spawn or market, okay? Where smokes would normally go. Runner's in a position where he has a double molly set up for the run out. Initiator util is going to come in. He's going to pre-pop his molly to stall. Kai is going to updraft dash, and he's going to sit there and wait. Safe is going to do the unthinkable, along with Runner. I mean, holy shit. Can we make this any easier for them? He's going to instantly break the door instead of rotating spawn to contain them. In that timing, he's going to get peeked and killed. Surprised that someone came up there. And, I know we are just talking about this. Let me back this up so we can see what Runner did. So again, 2 swarms to stop them from getting in. Okay, pops. Sorry, the first one wasn't even popped. It was broken by a shock dart. Next one is for lane. Runner has the option to go back site and ask for a site smoke. The reason that this is a good idea is because you can full contain the enemy, right? So they are between back site and probably market, right? So the Omen and the KO can kind of come over. Mid, okay, market, spawn, they can flank. You sit back there and you wait. They need to come all the way out B main. Then they need to come all the way out lane and site. Then they have to clear you back site. They're wasting time. They're wasting utility. You're actually doing your job. Okay, what do you want to do on the championship level stage where, no offense, but you shouldn't even be here. You had a really good performance in a tournament. I'm happy for you. I'm not trying to be like weird about it, but I mean, damn, like show us, what you can do. Show us your limits. Hiding from a dart in the open, standing in my own molly. Are you fucking crazy, dude? Get your ass in the bomb site, bro. How dare you? 5v4 turned 2v4. It didn't even look close. For whatever reason, with not the best money like available, if someone was like 1 HP here, I'd be questioning it. You know what I mean? If there was someone maybe that we knew top mid or outside B main where there were only 3 people here and not 4, I'm okay with going for it. But at the end of the day, even if you have the full util, I think it's like a little crazy to go for this. Looking for an opening here. Kai able to peek off that dart, isn't going to be able to convert. Now put down to 1 HP. Even with the kill here, you can be inspired to go, but I just don't think it's the absolute best thing in the world, specifically because of the score line, right? If we lose this, we're dropping down to 1-3, where we have to eco again. We're probably going to get dropped down to 1-4, and then we're going to be put in a position where Kix is going to have, or sorry, not Kix, that's the Vitality teammate. So we're going to have Fang potentially on an ult, Bay on an ult, right? Bianc on an ult, things we don't want to deal with. Okay, we want to start considering like the longevity of the game rather than forcing a win right now. They do make a good attempt. It does get closer than I thought, but at the end of the day, they aren't able to convert to the man disadvantage. And again, Trace are going to go up, and they're going to start to run away with this attack half. Okay, I like the idea here. Okay, Vitality are trying to change the pace. They're going to go for an aggro kind of like tile play here. Their actual end goal is to misdirect. They want to have Trace speed up into A main, where the operator is waiting for them. Trex is also in a position where he could potentially like spam them through the door smoke and even use his ult. Okay, so I do kind of like the play call here, even though it is like a little bit risky. So now, okay, Sender, what are you gonna do in the position to win the round? Let's take a look here.
In stage 2.
Perfect flash, perfect dart, full audible running into the smoke. I mean, really? Is that serious? Like, really? You're going into a smoke form. What are you smoking? Who needs help on A? Let's back it up. Who needs help on A? Who's pressured on A? Who's about to die on A that they needed a smoke this bad? I mean, the dart hasn't even expired and he's in smoke form. Safe has dashed away. Trex is safe in tree, untag, what am I watching? We need to see a sharper Vitality, a team that's paying more attention and understanding, okay, risk and the options that the team has. So check out Luking here, faking a TP into A, trying to, really distract them. Bomb is going to be dropped over at B, and the big rotation is going to come out with the understanding that he has probably left A main, right? He's probably gone away. Runner is going to drop his ult here and force everybody to just back up. Okay, this is a good scramble ult. Okay, a scramble ult is where you use an ult in a situation and with the intention of it getting no value other than the idea that it just resets a situation totally. Okay, I'm dropping my ult. You guys can't push me. You're stuck B main, market. You might push spawn, whatever it is, right? What's our, situation right now? Okay, we know about these two guys being at B. We know about Omen last seen being at A. Omen can be on like a little bit of a mid lurk or an A backstab right now, which is what they're looking at, which is good, right? They're understanding that he's still there, but something happens in the round. Some person in the crowd took out that Men in Black pen and he like clicked it and they just forgot everything. They're like, okay, no one's at A anymore. It's not possible for anybody to be at A. So now we're going to see it here where Kai is going to be in a position where he's going to catch someone off, just getting caught in the open here. Full audible running up safe. I mean, hello? There's no pressure on runner. Why would you not take your time here? Sender going to angle out on Cat here. Look at the confidence these players are running up with. Do you notice how they're not looking at sight? Do you notice that when the Jet is entering through Cat there, he isn't looking at sight at all. He's hard looking at tree. What does this mean? Sight is not a problem for him. It's not a question. He knows that it's clear somehow, right? So it could be, yes, a little bit of a gamble, right? I understand that he might just be glancing at the smoke there. But at the end of the day, I mean, we need to understand that this guy could still be in a forward position. What happens to us remembering this, right? Was Safe the only one who knew and, didn't speak up? What is this just like wandering around that's going on? And everybody just peaks on timing. I mean, fuck it. You know what I mean? Who's next? Ah, oh, damn it, how'd that not work? So a lot of fast forwarding. Funny enough, Vitality could have won this game in regulation. And I think it really came down to, again, like their 5-round defense there. Okay, first of all, Safe had a pretty bad read on the game, / someone was telling him to go to spots where Trace was avoiding him almost completely. Okay, and outside of their individual performance, they've really slowed down, and Vitality have flipped the script on them with momentum in their way, tying this game up, and then winning actually the first overtime round here. Trace are now going to be attack opping. They're going to work it up mid. Pay attention to how they use information here. So first of all, Fang is in a position where he can hear this turret blinking. Okay, he knows that Killjoy's B. Sova is going to drone market. We know Sova's market. Jet is going to be seen by the drone. Okay, we know where that Jet is in mid. KO is going to throw a flash, and Omen's going to throw a blind. They're going to get a perfect count and understand where everybody is, and then it's going to be very simple for Liu Kang to walk out A main and punish them for it. So a little bit of an overextension here with like a pretty bad committal in my opinion. Just a missed timing, really was all. So, again, drone's going to find 2. They know Killjoy's B. Double flash come off Cat here. They know where everyone is. Pay attention to that A main insert. Walking out off of the first blood. Full containment. Come back to me. Come back to me. Gets the kill. Now we're going to move over, right? 5v3 situation here. Very deep insert. Vitality full separated here. Pretty lazy from Fang, but at the end of the day, these guys are playing with like a lot of confidence. 5v3 now dropped to a 3v2. Nice patience. Do you remember this spot? Do you remember what happened in this spot once? Is it going to happen again, right? Runner trying to clear it. Knows he's in the corner. Pays attention to it. Unbelievable gunfight to lose. On the timing of it, Kai's able to go up and convert that round. So on to Sunset here. We aren't going to spend too much time covering it because Vitality did have a better CT side. But at the end of the day here, another round loss where smokes are completely taken out of the round. So great first blood here into a reposition. They break the trip and audibly run away. Okay, Trace has some sort of little protocol or read here that they want to rewalk this space that was aggressive. Okay, Fang is just by far the best classic player in the world that I've ever seen. I don't really know anybody who can rival him. Center holding this line here, trying to not give it up. Off of the one-way being replaced, they can kind of assume that he's being here. Then he does reposition, or then he shows himself there, and the stun comes out to clear him. He lingers a little too long. Still has a smoke to use. Okay, paranoia to use. Can just slow down this push completely. Gonna, for whatever reason, turtle up in the bomb site and try to play around a smoke again. They're already past it. Fang insta-kill. Center sitting in a drill. So 4v5 turned 4v2, 4v1. Trex left in it. Honestly, was about to win it. Okay. Good reposition here from Fang. Walking and containing him, taking this space. Really nice attempt here. Bay's got some balls to swing that. Trex with the perfect read, but Fang insta-kills him. I mean, #1 classic player of the world, bro. So here we're on a 5v5 retake here, where Vitality are under the impression that obviously they're taking A and getting ready to plant the bomb, and that there could be a lurker right now. Not all 5 players are confirmed. I'd like to highlight the utility they have to retake this with. So Paranoia, Double Flash, Drone, Recon, Shocks are online. So a really, really good look compared to Trace's utility, right? 1 Breach Flash remaining, no stun up, right? No Paranoia, right? They don't really have a lot of stopping power here. We should be able to go pretty simply in terms of like a flood. We are going to see a 4-man retake be countered by 1 Cypher cage. I don't really understand the pathing of Vitality. I don't understand what's taking them so long to process information. It's just really confusing to watch, right? So they're going to get ready to go here. Okay, Runner naturally is scared of a lurk. I'm perfectly fine with him being tentative of someone lurking here. What I'm not fine with is the Paranoia being used, okay, with one of the flash drives here, while someone is piloting a drone. Okay, I don't really know why we're throwing util when he's piloting the drone. So now we're down a man, right? We're down a man in the Sova drone. I don't know who we're looking for anymore because Breach has used util, Sova has used util, Omen cast a TP, Raze has satcheled, and Cypher has thrown a cage. So we know all 5 players are here, right? So now we know all 5 players are here. Regardless of that information, we're throwing big, important pieces of utility where no one is following up on it, and in my opinion, they just aren't even ready. So the Cypher cage was thrown short here. So with the Paranoia and the flash drive, that $100 floppy disk is going to completely counter the retake. Runner is in La La Land, still looking for a lurker who doesn't exist. Again, not trying to be the biggest asshole to him, I understand. It just seems like people are not communicating at the level they need to be at. There's no count being developed. They aren't finding out where everyone is, okay? They don't know what they're doing. So the cage counters the util. Flash dart comes in, gets a triple reveal. No utility remaining, no strong side, no weak side. 2 people swing, die instantly. Spawn players doing nothing, not taking any space. Runner finally gives up the mid rewrap. Okay, nobody's there, guys. Got it. Oh, we're dead and we lost. 5v5 to a 4v3 now. Just so easy. Rechargeable utility used with a same page fight. Center down, drop down to 1 HP here. Nice up down. Once the tap comes through, they're going to get ready to jump across and play to trade. Pretty perfectly played by Trace, but a completely gifted round. You know, thanks to Vitality. Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? Thank you for that. So on bind, we're going to be met with a pretty weird kind of like run up here. You know, normally you see the Brimstone in this setting. You know, right now it's like the Omen and the Viper comboed. Standard kind of like initiators in term of Gecko and Fade. And then, you know, Raze, safe, pretty normal. Over here, the double Sentinel, no Viper is a really interesting choice to me. I think the idea of the Cypher Deadlock Ascent is kind of like showing a little bit here with like what their goals are. They're able to have like a really weak side and like a really strong side with universal utility. So Deadlock and Cypher obviously have no range on that. It denies the lurks, it denies the entry. It basically makes everything much harder, and you're always kind of like hesitating, I feel like, if you're the duelist, you know. There's always a trip, there's always a sensor, there's always something you have to like worry about. Again, this could be a composition that is designed to play around people who are going up against like with this like double initiator where you have like much more stopping power. Not really sure what the idea is, but it's a really good pick to get Vitality on. They have not looked good on this map at all. So going into the situation here, you know, you might be wondering, well, Vitality won the pistol, and then the anti-eco, and then the bonus, you know, why are Trace not saving? Trace have good discipline in terms of they had 3 people save the prior round, and they're on 2 people who are forced down to $0. I cannot stress it enough how important it is to have the literal self-control to save. Not every situation is a clutch, right? Not every situation is the end of the world where you half-ass a retake and, you know, see what you can do. When you save like this, you give yourself a new chance to win a round, right? You know, unfortunate that we lost it, but at least we got out with something. Okay, we can try it again here. And this is a great example of, you know, how to do that, because if Trace weren't to do that, I would say that this half would go completely out of control, right? You're down 0-3 and you're saving, then you drop down to 0-4, then things like Thrash are online, Rocket are online, you know, Nightfall are online, things you don't want to deal with, and with your ult econ, it's just going to make it harder and harder. So respect them for being able to do this. You know, let's take a look at their setup here. So Vitality trying to break the trips here. They've contacted up, which is pretty good. Shower control being taken. You know, this is kind of like your 100 Thieves style like take here. Safe. Gonna get shut down by Fang. Nice counter utility coming out from Lu King, who is just gonna control that front site space. A nice trade on that timing there. 4v3. Watch the discipline again from Trace here. They understand that a push is possible. There's no really helping Low King. They just let him sit in sight. The jiggling from Bay is impressive. He's just sitting and waiting. He isn't fully committed to a fight. He sees the push. He's going to back up and hold his. Taking his time, they're going to reset. That looked like the kill that they were trying to get. Runner kind of half-asses this clear, gets caught off by it. 4v2 now, trying to break the wingman, but it was backside. Heybei drops here, holding for a push, kicks up into a 1v4. Not really much he can do here, and Trace are able to convert this round on their own discipline. All right, two things to talk about here. Number one, okay, Vitality were up, I think, 1-5 or 1-6 at some point. Okay, Trace have made a total comeback, kind of slowing them down and flipping the momentum. Vitality do win the Defender pistol here, and now they're on an anti-eco. Okay, I'd like to point out that they are playing 4 light armors. Okay, not only is this just actually insane that no one buys an SMG, but no one's buying an Outlaw, no one's buying a Marshall. I mean, it's a solo smoke comp. How can that ever be bad? I mean, where is just the understanding of how the game can be played? Are we just like following a script? Like, what is this gimmick shit? So we talked about it on ASCENT with having no protocols. It seems like people just operate on free will. You know, you can do what you want when you want to. Okay, you know, how is this team in this tournament?
Really careful as Vitality.
Pay attention here
giving them too much
to the utility investment coming in from Trace, right? They're in a position where they all buy full util. This is an excellent strategy to use on an eco round. Okay, it might sound a little silly, but I'll break it down for you. Okay, situation 1 for Trace. We get into the bomb site, and we can actually pay a post plant, and then we can potentially win the round. When we're at this point where we can potentially win the round, we can invest the utility that we brought. But, you know, if we can't get into the bomb site, you know, and then we die, we didn't use any util, right? So their strat doesn't revolve around the utility. You're not going to see them dump their entire kit here, right? You're going to see them use a little bit of it to get in, because they do have like a little play that they want to make. But this is a really good idea to use on ecos, right? So again, if you get in a position to win the round, you have the tools to potentially close it. But if you don't, it's fine, because as long as you don't use it, you know, you're still going to be able to buy next round. So a hook a pop coming out here. Again, no shotgun, no Outlaw, no Marshall, no smart play. Runner getting popped on here. It's going to drop his molly and run. Okay, your normal protocol here, okay, people who are wondering, is to take long B control. Okay, usually on a hook a pop, there's going to be a weak side player here, you know, probably by himself. You can overwhelm him, you can trade him, and you can keep this space where you don't get boxed in and have to deal with classics and frenzies and all that other crap, right? So again, look at the hit with the bomb going down, right? And nade used, camera used, net used, one flash, and, you know, your normal smokes. So they still have a bunch left. You know, they kind of have like an equal amount of utility left compared to Vitality, right? And they're poor this round.
A lot of it decay.
Now they're going to have a chance to win it, and they're going to be able to use it. Again, I need to see Vitality pushing down. Run away. Get out of this spot. Sender is just going to do the unthinkable and drop a smoke there and then box them in. Again, I have no idea how that can ever be good, but, you know, I guess this is the level that I'm at, where I guess I just don't understand it. It's just total crap, dude. Who am I kidding? Sitting here terrified of a smoke play. They end up getting proactive. Runner only good for 2. Trades are equal. Weapon online, some utility left. Safe trying to come out here. Fang, best classic in the world, getting another. 3v2 situation here, time getting a little low. Trex playing for stats, it seems. 1v2, 1v1. Fang slowing it down, buying time. Chip damage, reposition. Just playing with him. It's just a little game for him. Sender out of time, trying to save. Needs that KD. Fang says, no sir, give me that ult ore, boy. I mean, Vitality, another present. You know, I just feel so welcome here with all these presents and free things that I get when I, you know, watch you play. A very cool play here coming out from Trace. They're actually going to be in a position where the Brim ult is online. I don't know what the technical difficulties are here, but the UI is not available. They do have a Brim ult. Okay, Fang is going to entry with some of the Sky utility. He's going to take U-Haul. And again, pay attention to the close smokes here on the map, right? So this is kind of like the control that Trace have. You know, this is the control that Vitality have. What's going to happen with this big misdirection play is that the actual play is going to be happening in showers, where eventually they're going to ult hell, okay, and they're going to be able to scale out and like trade everybody available, right? So they know they can kind of like speed it up here with all the counter util going on Fang. Okay, no real proactivity here from Vitality, just like sitting and waiting for something to happen. Ult's going to come through. It's going to force 2 people back, 1 forward. They're going to trade him out, not getting 1. Okay, Bianca's going to make a pretty crazy play here with a flash. It's not going to get any pings. He's going to die, but he's going to reveal people on the minimap. What do you do as a support player, smoked off, with revealed people on the minimap? You spray your Phantom through that smoke. So Hebe doesn't even see them right here. He's just going to end up killing them. So a 4-person setup here on the A site. Everybody with Sender was here. Again, using the man advantage, Hebe on for an ace. Just making it look so easy. A 4-person bomb site hold on A. Unable to convert the trades. Okay, unable to stop the plant and getting an active, by just sitting around and not getting proactive. Easy pickings, bro. So check out another exec here from Trace, okay? Ult online, okay, 2 controller ults available. We're not really doing anything with it. Why? I don't know. Okay, Raze Rocket online. What do we want to do when that's in play? Usually want to get in front of it, maybe get like a little aggressive or like a little bit of a gamble setup, use elevation, anything like that. Great. Do we see it anywhere? No, we don't. Vitality, what's going on, guys? I mean, is anybody even talking over there? All right. Exec's going to come through here. Poor runner's going to get caught out. He gets seen on the Trailblazer. He's just trying to break it to set up his teammates. He's going to get netted. Fang's going to get a nice first blood here. Okay, now watch and pay attention. Okay, so what do you see here in showers? That's correct. Okay, you see a camera. So he had to get up close to do that, right? Sender's TPing. We can play for showers since they're playing for U-Haul, guys. Okay, so the same thing happened again on Ascent where, someone in the crowd is using that Men in Black pen, they're clicking it and they forget, everything that happened a couple seconds before. So, backing it up here, pay attention more to the minimap than anything. Again, look at the cage that's on the ground that was thrown. Look at the camera here that was thrown. Look at the 2 players who are able to, again, push this guy back, right? Play for the teleporter, play for showers, right? You have a Viper orb here on default to deny them from getting past this space. It's literally right there on your screen. Go fight for showers. Prowl it, okay? Use your Nightfall here if you want to fight it. Do anything other than what's going on here. Shrek's throwing some sort of lineup eye. It's scanning help, but no one's able to get spammed. And Kai is just getting a free kill. Safe somehow last alive again. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but I've seen him last alive on so many situations when he's defending a bomb site. Sender running out in the open, spraying all of his ammo, reloading, surprised he's dying. Okay, 2v4 situation here. Kick stuck behind a wall, safe walking up on timing. It's going to get a nice kill there. Wingman online to defuse. Fuck it, we're just going to throw him away anyway. We didn't need him in the first place. I mean, come on, dude, really? You're going to waste Wingman like that? Safe trying to walk up for a kill. Flash from Bianca, fights go their way. Trace on match point, man. Unbelievable. A really big win for Trace Esports coming in today. I mean, the main takeaway from this was that this team was confident. Okay, we were pussyfooting around. We were scared. It looked like we were nervous. We didn't have a good game plan. We weren't using protocols. We weren't playing together. It was weird. It was like Vitality were offended that they were losing. So instead of like taking action and trying to propose solutions, they just did this thing where they just crossed their arms and looked the other way. Like, dude, like, come on, bro. Trek's really, really nice, 3 maps here. It was bolstered a little bit from the Sunset performance. I mean, 24 and 8. I mean, how can you lose? But at the end of the day, top performer on like these other maps. He should be happy with his performance. Safe, very quiet, kicks. I don't know what to say other than keep your gun out a little more, brother. But, Trace is here to play. I'm happy that they were able to get this win in. This is a huge confidence win for them in this group stage that they're in. It is very grueling. I think that this is like a pretty, strong group as well. Obviously, all of them are. This is champions, right? But Trace is an underrated team. I'm excited to see them play against Leviathan. And, we're going to see if Team Vitality can keep the same energy they had in EMEA and actually make it out of this group like a lot of people expected them to, right? But again, at the end of the day, that just seemed like slow starts, not a lot of confidence, and for whatever reason, not playing together. I don't really know why that happened, but, at the end of the day, it did. So, that's all we have here. Just trying to cover that, propose some things on, what they can do better, whatever it might be, your standard breakdown. Make sure you guys are followed along with all the socials down below. I do spend a lot of time streaming on Twitch lately, so make sure you're followed down there. And then if you are looking to get better at the game, you can join my Discord, check out the options I have. And, I don't really think that you have a better other coach that you can find than me. So take your time, look at the options. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you for your time. I'll see you when I see you again. Dude, I got it here. Deuces.